All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and glory. All honor and all glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai Bahashem Rakakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect and 1/3. And Lord's will, this lesson will be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Baha Rakakwadash. Just want to play this quick clip. As the title reads, it's going down in the Caucus, all right, which a caucus referring to Esau Edom, but a caucus is also a formal way of a political meeting, which you have right here of the U.S. Senate. Okay, so this isn't a school board. This isn't just a town hall meeting. This is the actual U.S. Senate. And as it reads, wanted all the smoke, which that's coming. Fanners, right? Fight nearly breaks out in the U.S. Senate building between two senators, two Edomites during hearing. You want to run your mouth, stand up, all right? Which ultimately, through prophecy, Esau, Edom will wage war on themselves, okay? I originally tried to play this. There was some issues, some lagging, there's nothing special, nothing spectacular. I'll actually fast forward about right here. They're going back and forth, but just check this out.
Act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's perfect.
You want to
Do it right now.
stand your butt up?
Stand your butt up. Is that your solution?
No, sit down. Sit down.
Okay.
You're a United States
Active.
Sit down, please.
So I don't know if there's too many ads, but it's a little laggy. All right, so I don't want to stay on this because I don't want it to mess up the stream. But here you go. All right, you see Esau stood up. You see the other Edomite. He's ready. He basically told him that we could squabble. All right, right here. And this is a divided house, which Babylon has always been a divided house. But in the last days, we're witnessing, our enemies wage war on one another, which let's go right here to Revelations. This is, we get on Esau all the time, but, remember that Esau wages war with himself, on a worldwide scale. So that's ultimately what's going to happen in this third war, because who's going to be the main components in the war is going to be Esau. It's going to be Edomites. So, very spiritual to see. It's going down in the Caucus. Okay. And you're going to see more. You're going to see more. Remember, we said keep your eyes on the political aspect of things as it's ramping up, because one of the key tools for the echelon elite of Esau is to have political chaos. So there's going to be more chaos. There's going to be a lot of dollars being thrown over here and funding going over there, and everyone's going to be a president. Everyone's going to stand up and be the standing chief for their party. Okay, I could see more parties popping up and banding together and becoming independent, because remember, we're in Babylon, but Babylon consists because it's a United States. All right. So each state has its own power. That's why you have a federal government. Okay. So states can, there's a term, I can't remember the term, but they can basically cease from being a part of the United States. So it's war out there with Esau. Revelation 6:4, and there went out another horse. We know horse means power, and that was red. He came out red all over like a hairy garment, right? And you see the standing powers right here, Edomites, okay? Really, by first glance, I don't even see a Jake. Okay, this is probably an Elamite right here. You might think that's a Jake woman. It's probably an Elamite. I could be wrong, but the point is, you see, it's Esau runs it, okay? Esau runs the world. All right, Esau's in power. Esau's on the money. Esau makes moves. All right, and this also shows you that Jake don't know nothing. If a Jake comes up trying to argue about who's in control and he doesn't acknowledge that it's Esau, don't deal with that guy. And it says, in power. See, in power. Actually, let's look this word power up real quick. It's going down in the Caucus. He said, "Sit down. You're a U.S. senator." Because that, and who was speaking was we know who he is. I'll just say that's Amalek. That's Amalek right there. It's Amalek posing himself as a United States citizen. That's just an Amalek. Amalek's always in there. All right. Now, real quick, let's see. Power. Okay. Red. All right. Doesn't really give it for me. Is it this? Or is this for and? Let me see. We know what power is. I just want to say, okay, so it's all right. I think I got to click something else, but I don't want to waste too much time. We understand with the power. It says, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Look at this. This is how they take peace from the earth. Okay. I was watching a short clip on Hamland, all right, which a lot of Jakes, they're spiritually connected to Africa, which, you know, I get it. You don't have a culture, you don't have an identity, so you cleave to a quote unquote all black continent. But actually, let's look it up real quick. I believe it was a council. Let's just put council for Africa 1884. And I remember when me and the brothers first used to start camping. Yep, the Berlin Conference. I remember me when the brothers used to start first camping. There was an Edomite who would always ride by, and he would yell "Africa" because they associate us with Africa. But the whole point I'm bringing this out as a fun fact for you brothers and sisters is this is how the power was given into Esau's hands. So this is an example I'm using. So in 1884, you had a Berlin Conference with about 13 Edomite, powers that be got together, and they sat down, as they quoted, as gentlemen, and they figured out how to divvy up Africa to take its resources. But this is how power, okay, he sat thereon. Let's read it again. All right, see, he sat thereon. It says, power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. This is where they sit, and this is how they take peace from the earth. But now these meetings, oh, there goes, looks like a Jake. But now in these meetings, now they're what? The peace is leaving them. All right, they're divided, they're angry, they're upset, and they're ready to squabble. Okay, they're ready to have a hoedown. Okay, but when Esau has a hoedown, niggas get out the way. Excuse my language for saying it, but listen, when Esau goes to war, okay, when Esau is involved and he's fighting, oh yeah, best believe it's going to be world war. It's going to be blood, smoke, bullets, funding, okay? This is how third world countries come about, because Esau sits up here in these councils, he has his meetings, and then they go out and lash out, and things happen, okay? So understand with Esau against Esau, it's gonna be world renown. It's going down in the Caucus. It says, power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. See, so if we understand that this red horse is referring to Esau, we'll understand that this same red horse kills one another. All right, world wars. Daniel 7. All right. I always talk about this, but this is why you have the Declaration of Independence. Okay. If you have the Declaration of Independence, you can find the Declaration of Independence in the Bible, and I will prove it. Okay. Now, I don't want to start from Daniel 7:1, but I do feel you should. But I'm going to skip to the aspect of proving my point here, okay? Because I personally feel you should always start from one, because you're just breaking it down. But I don't want to do that, because I don't want to make this a long lesson. But these visions of the four beasts, each beast represents an empire. Babylonian, Assyrian, all right? Persians, Medes, right? Greeks, Romans, America. So when you go down into the aspect of Rome, and Rome transitions, the vision of Rome transitions to America. Because look, see the leopard referring to Alexander the Greek, and then it goes into Rome right here. Okay, real quick, Rome, and then from Rome, Babylon. Okay, Daniel 7:8, and I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. So now a little horn came out of this beast. And it says, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. So this little horn is Revelations 17. All right. And this little horn came out of what? Britain. Okay. And Britain is one of the three horns here, because in America, you had what? You had the American Britain War, which was, they declared their independence from Britain, which made it a revolutionary war. So they had a revolution to free themselves from their own people. Okay. Then they had the Spanish War. And then they had the, what was it? The Spanish War, the French War, and the British in the Britain. Okay, so that's the three little horns that Babylon was involved in. The 13 little colonies. See, another little horn. So if it says before whom there were three of the first horns plucked up by the roots, plucked up meaning they were out of here. Okay, they were taken out of here. This is why you had the Louisiana Purchase, because they purchased that from the French. It's all history. But the point is, in this war, they declared independence from Britain by waging war, killing one another, and they declared their independence, called it Independence Day, and gave themselves a constitution and legal rights. Hence the Constitution. So the Constitution is right here. The amendments, this is what came out of it, right here, history. And it says, behold, it says, and behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. And now the great things they're speaking is say, hey, you want to stand up? Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. Very funny. And it says, and they should kill one another. Look right here. I could kill you right now. Right. And it says, kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Now that's for prophecy. Isaiah 54. So now you have a guy, okay, a nation of people that are easily hot-headed. All right. Their blood shows forth through their skin. They get they're wroth. Okay. The wroth child, right? Remember Genesis, he was wroth. All right. They already hate Jake. They hate their brother. And then they also can't stand themselves. And then the Lord gave them the ability to blow each other away. So Esau's in the trick bag. Okay. So we got that point. Now let's get some prophecy. But before we get prophecy, let's get this. Let's get the sayings of Yahushai, Matthews 12 and 25. In context, he was speaking about us. See, the Pharisees rebuked. All right. But we can now take the wise sayings of Yahushai and apply it to our evil counterpart, Esau, Edom. And Matthews 12 and 25. And Yahushai knew their thoughts. Yahushai knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. Let's actually go right here and see, is the United States divided? Let's just put divided. What does that say? America is exponential in nature of political divide. Perfect. See? Overall, it's not at all clear that Americans are further apart from each other than we've been in the past, or even that we are more. Yes, America is divided, and it's divided politically. Okay. And you can thank Joseph, the administration of Joseph, for that, and all their wayward, weird laws that they're passing. Okay. And that's for the new world, that they're ultimately doing this for the new world. So they're even phasing the political patriotic Edomite out. Esau's even phasing the strong, hardworking political Edomite that just wants to, go to work, have a wife, have children, have land. I mean, that's God given. Okay, who doesn't want to have a wife and children and land and opportunity? Yeah, but that was a part of the old way. See, there's a new age movement that's being pushed right before your face, and we can see it. I don't even want to Google it, okay? Because I myself, I tried to, stay away from these weird ass new generation of kids and people and teachers. But that's the point. You didn't have that back then, but you have that now, okay? Because it's all a part of the plan. But that has brought division. And now we're seeing the division play out even in the Senate. He says, sit down, you're a U.S. senator. Why is he saying that? Why did he say, sit down, you're a U.S. Senator? Because there's an image that they need to uphold to the public. So if you're showing the public that you ain't nothing more than niggas, right? You ain't nothing more than Jerome on the street, then what power do we have to govern the people? See, Esau's losing power right before our face, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see. Now, it says, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. See, this is why we, within ourselves, we work out any schisms, any problems, any situations, we handle it, okay? And then you saw Esau wanted to handle it. He wanted to stand up, all right? It says, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So Satan is casting out Satan here in this instant, as we see, and we're going to see more of that, okay? Because when you look at it, why is not Babylon and Magog, if you know what I'm talking about, why are they not a superpower? Why is Russia and America, why are they not together? Why are they divided? Because it's prophecy. Because when you think about it, even the European Union, the beast, it's very small. Okay, it's a very small region compared to the rest of the world. So one would think that y'all would want to band together to complete this domination, but you're divided because it's prophecy, because you're Edomites. Okay, now I want to get one more. There is more I could get, but I'm just sticking on more the fact of the division amongst Babylon, because you also have to understand that that's going to be a major thing here. Civil, okay, civil. All right, how was the conception of Babylon? It was a revolution, and then after they had a civil war. So you can see that spirit coming back on Esau is going down in the Caucus, but that's prophecy. Isaiah 19:2, and I will set, see, the Lord's doing this. I will set, this is an ambushment. Remember in Second Chronicles 20, when we were inquiring about the Lord, about a war against Edom, Ammon, and Moab, the Lord made them fight each other. Okay, so the Lord's making them fight each other. So guys telling you that we need to stand up, we need to march, we need to band. We're banding together in the spirit. Okay, because the Lord is setting an ambushment up right here. Okay, and this is only going to increase. This spirit right here is only going to increase, because even though you may not be well educated on the political aspects of Babylon, they are. So they know laws, bylaws, loopholes, loop swoops. They know it all. So best believe that spirit that Esau was in for the, let's put it, American Revolutionary War. Okay. This war, you know why this war was allowed? Because what's his name? George Washington declared independence, and then they wrote a constitution that gave them the right to declare it. So they're about to enact their rights again on one another. In so much, when he said no more, they went to war over this. Okay, he said, you want to go right now, buddy? So Esau, look, #fight. So Esau is in the spirit of ready to wage war with one another within itself, and they got issues outside of Babylon to boot. So how about that? And I will set the Egyptians, Esau's these Egyptians right here, okay? Because Egypt is synonymous with our bondage, the iron furnace, and our captivity. So Esau is the new Pharaoh. They're the one, because look, are we not in Egypt? And are we not being asked to let go so we can serve our God? In so much, we only can rehearse the righteous act. See? So we need to be freed so we can serve our God, Yahweh, and our Savior, Yahweh Shai. So it needs to, these need to happen. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Democrat, what is the other one? Democrat, Republic. You brothers know. All right. Democrat and Republic. Plebeian, patrician, liberal, conservative, okay, Trump, Biden. All right, that's another thing. That was another major divide. Biden supporter versus Trump supporters. And I tell you what, man, I'd rather deal with a Trump supporter than a Biden one, because they're fucking, they're weird, man. All right, those Biden, they're weird. But remember the division. See, great division. Get your ass out of here. No, fuck you. See, fuck you. Look, see, going at it, one another. Look, right there in the Capitol building. Okay, so you best believe it's gonna turn. It's gonna turn into something different, man. It's gonna clash. They're gonna clash. All right. Babylon is falling within. But Babylon's got bubble guts right now. She's a little rumbly. Okay. And I will set because it was easy when it was just Esau beating Jake's ass. It was cool when Esau went to work and he could walk down the street and maybe give Jake some money. But things are different now. We're in different times. Okay, we're in different. Esau doesn't have that perfect image anymore. He doesn't look like that perfect guy anymore. Okay, he used to have it. He don't got it anymore. So let's finish this off, and that'll be the lesson. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Right. It makes me think like, remember when you were a child and you took one toy and you put it against the other toy and you made them, bam. That's what the Lord's doing. Okay. And it says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother. Whoa. You want to go, buddy? That's what he did right here. Let me mute it. Let me see. He told his ass, stand up, man. He said, get your ass up, buddy. We can go right now. He said, look, I'll take your ass right now, Brett. I'm being funny. I'm being funny. But look, you see how he stood up? You see how he had his arms kind of flared? That's that primate in him, man. That's that's that Caucus in him. I'm being funny. I apologize. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, which a lot of these Edomites don't want to fight. A lot of them are just talk. A lot of them like to fight with their mouth. But we're in a time where it's going to be fist to cuff, okay? And they're going to fight against their brother, fight against neighbor, fight against different political views. And everyone against his neighbor. Look, city against city. They're gonna take a city over, okay? And they're not going to allow you in based on your political views. They're not going to allow you in based on what you believe in. All right. You're going to start having Edomites rise up more. They're going to start taking their children back. They're going to start taking the schools back. They're going to start taking the campuses back. This is all a ploy by the elites. Okay. This is all by design. The elites got this all planned out. They want you to fight over the campuses. They want you to fight over the offices. And their plan is to do away with all of it. But this is all according to prophecy. City against city and kingdom against kingdom. See that? Kingdom against kingdom, ultimately. All right. And that will be a third war. That's going to issue a third war. See? So I just wanted to touch on that topic real quick. And I got to get this precept that the brothers posted because it goes hand in hand with it. Perfect. These are perfect, actually. So 2nd Ezra 15 and 16, for there shall be sedition. Okay, this is what they're going to be doing. They're going to be in the spirit of sedition, rising up against political power. Okay, that's what they're going to be doing while we're going to be praying, while we're going to be waiting for Yahweh Shai to deliver us, while we're going to be waiting for miracles, waiting for our angels to protect us. We're going to be more spiritual in this day of clash than carnal. Okay. And it says and invading one another. Yep, they're going to invade one another because they're going to need to take things over. All right, that's what you do. You take positions of power by lands that you gain. Okay, when you think about World War II, storming the beach of Normandy was a major advancement for Babylon to gain control over Teman in that second woe. Okay, so you'll see as war continues to ensue, you'll see why it's called a world war, because ultimately they're gaining land. All right, and this is why it makes sense why even Esau has a third woe pike plan, because gaining land gains domination, and that's what they want for this whole point of the New World Order, is to gain world domination. All right, and it says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. What's another prince? A senator, a mayor. Okay, king being president. They're not regarding king. But Joe Biden, right? F Joe Biden. Psh, 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 right? Don't they have a song? So they're not regarding their king. And then you got other places they may not regard their kings. No, fuck Zelensky. See, it's all happening. Okay, people of power are in the hot seat right now because people are upset. All right, and it says, nor princes. Did not one senator stand up and look at the other prince and say, what's popping? They get real niggerish in there. Excuse my language. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power, meaning they're not going to regard the laws or legalities and the actions that they're taking against one another because they believe that they have the right, and that is their right to do this. See? Now, 2nd Ezra 15 and 17, going into when all hell breaks loose. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why is he not going to be able? There's going to be many reasons why he won't be able. And one of those reasons is going to be because there's going to be a military standpoint. And they're going to allow you to be in there. Okay? They may allow. Oh, what are you about? Nope. Kill him. Off him. Nope. See? And it says, for because of for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You see that? So, hey, it's happening, man. Okay. And it's only building up here. Political chaos is ensuing. It's only building up for here. So I found that very funny. Proverbs 29 and 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And when you go into this word people in the blue letter, it goes into Israelites. Okay. But we also know people as in the people, inhabitants of the world, right? They're going to rejoice when we're in power. They're going to rejoice when we're in power. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And even Esau's mourning. Esau's upset. You got Esau losing faith in his own political enterprise. You know, I used to believe that the Democrats would get us out of this. You know, you got people changing their political views. There's a spirit where people really believe that if they just vote, it will fix it. All right. And that's another thing I'm going to say before I close this out. Another thing people are going to lose it is when they find out that the game is rigged. Okay. The game is rigged. And that's another lesson I want to do. The game is rigged, man. All right. So now we're just watching everything play out perfectly. We're watching things build up. We're watching more fanners. Okay. And Babylon doesn't have much left. All right. It doesn't have much left to where Babylon is going to have to. All right, it's going to have to put its foot down. It's going to have to get draconian. It's going to have to force you back in order. And that it's not going to work because it's going to be prophecy. Okay, so just want to do that quick lesson real quick. I pray that this lesson was edifying and encouraging and exhorting to the sincere brothers and few sincere sisters of Yahweh Shem El Shai. And I want to say, Kahala, Yahweh Shem El Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.